I've been vegan, I've been keto, I've been carnivore, and now I am animal-based. And all of this diet taught me something completely different about my body, my health, even my mindset. Some of these diets made me feel amazing and some of them not so great. Today I want to share with you my diet journey, what worked for me, what didn't, and what I am doing right now, something that finally make me feel my best. Hi all, Uliana here and welcome back to my channel. Today guys, I want to talk to you about, yes, diet. I truly believe that nutrition, it is a foundation for highly successful and effective life. I truly believe that your diet has direct effect on how you feel, how you behave, and how you act in your everyday life. And I'm speaking through my experience because for the past 13 years, I did try a lot of different diets and I do remember how I felt on each of those diets. To begin with, let me give you a little pre-story about all of this diet situation. So I've been married for 12 years with my husband. We've been together for 13 years. And both of us, we just evolving souls in this three-dimensional reality. We love to try new things, new diets, new lifestyles, new workouts. I don't know, we just love to evolve and try new things. So all of these diets that we did for the past 13 years, we did it together. And all of our friends already know this about us. They never know what to expect from us. Today we don't drink alcohol for 6 months. In a year we don't eat meat. In a year we eat only meat. So yeah, we are a very unpredictable couple, and if you are a friend and you are watching, you probably can confirm all of my words. But let's start from the beginning. So we started dating 13 years ago. My husband was super fit at the time. He has six-pack. He worked out every day. He used to go to the swimming lessons 5 o'clock in the morning. Then he hit the gym. Me on the other side, I just was skinny. I tried to work out. My workout was running. Now, we start dating, and what do you do when you just start dating? You usually cuddle on the couch, eating ice cream, watching movies, order in some pizza, whatever you order in. You know that period of first couple months when you just start dating and living together, because we start living together 1 month after dating. It was an amazing period and we gained a lot of weight. So right before our wedding, we decided we have to lose some weight and we tried paleo for a little bit. My husband did lose quite a little bit of weight on paleo. I didn't really lose a lot of weight, but I did the diet for my skin because I did have acne. I still have acne. I'm still on a healing journey with the acne. But that's another story, another subject for another 2-hour video. Let's move on with the diet. So fast forward, we were trying to eat it normal, just like a protein, carbohydrates, and fiber. Everything was great until it wasn't. And then that was that time when all of the documentaries about veganism and juicing start appearing on Netflix. And I think we watched all of them with my husband. We became so amazed and affected about all of those movies and how animals got treated, and we decided that we want to become vegan. At that time, the decision to become vegan was made not from health reason in particular, but probably mostly when we saw all of those treatment of animals, and it was just heartbreaking. And we start vegan journey with 7 days juice cleanse. So for 7 days, nothing, just juices. And I still remember how I used to hate clean the juicing machine because we use it every day and so much because we had to make so many juices. So 7 days, just juices. First 5 days were fine for me. Last 2 days was really hard for me. I don't know why. I just couldn't drink juices anymore. They were so sweet for me. I didn't like it. My husband did 7 days, no problem. He actually lost a lot of weight on those first 7 days. Well, no wonder we had just juices. But now I'm thinking like, oh my God, we have so much sugar at that time. Like juices is a pure sugar. Like it's no fiber there, nothing. Anyways, now we've been vegans for 6 months straight. The first month was great, and I think it was because we cut all of the junk from our diet. But then the second and third month, it becomes harder and harder for us to feel great. And I want to let you know, guys, that we did took a lot of supplements, like a lot. We took and multivitamins and B vitamins and iron supplements, and we took plant protein powder every day. We took so many supplements every day. In terms of protein source, we ate a lot of beans and tofu and quinoa and everything that vegans usually do. Now remember, vegans, it's not vegetarians. We didn't have any animal foods for 6 months, not even honey. So obviously no eggs, no fish, no meat, no milk, no dairy, nothing. It was just purely plant-based. We even actually went raw for maybe like a couple days, but that was like too much for us because we were both working. My husband actually was working 2 jobs at the time. So it was very tough. So 6 months, first month's great, second, third months, we start to feel not so great. And my husband stopped lifting so heavy in the gym. Like he used to lift very heavy weights, and he started noticing that he doesn't have strength anymore. He doesn't have that power with him anymore. Now I became very fatigued all the time. Like I didn't have energy like before to work out, to clean the house, like just no energy, very low mood. Of course, I didn't work out as strong and powerful as my husband before, but even like to go on a run or do a little push-ups or little squats, I couldn't do it anymore. Like I just didn't have energy in me. Like I was like lethargic and maybe even a little bit depressed, no energy. And then probably month 4, I start losing so much hair. I went to the doctor, I went to the dermatologist, I told her that I am vegan, I did the blood work and everything. She ran my vitals, she said that I'm okay, it's probably maybe I'm stressed, but my blood work was okay at the time. I guess because it was only 4 months, but the effect of veganism started at that time on my body. I was in so much stress, I guess, because I didn't have enough protein. Because now, looking back at all of the pictures of our food, I'm like, where is the protein? Like, where is the protein for your body? From what do you taking the building blocks for your body, for your skin, for your hair, for your nails? It also really affected my hormones, my female hormones. My cycle become not super regular, and it wasn't just good cycle. So it really affected my body in a very bad way. And probably at the month 5, almost 6, when my husband saw my hair, saw how I felt, saw that I couldn't do it anymore, nothing really, I have just no energy, he's like, we have to stop this. Like, this diet clearly doesn't working for us. We didn't change anything else in our life, right? So we didn't start any medication, or we didn't have any particular stress. We just had the same jobs that we were working on. We just changed the diet. And that one day, 6 months mark, my husband told me, that's it. We have to stop. We cannot do this anymore. We cannot live like this anymore. So we started eating meat again, and little by little, my hair stopped falling, started growing. I had more energy. My husband started getting more energy. He started to lifting heavy again at the gym. At the time, we were starting eating just a regular bodybuilder diet, if you can say. So like a protein, fiber, and carbs, and we start feeling better. So again, I want to also make sure that you understand that it is our experience about veganism. It can be totally different for you. I know some people who actually vegan and raw, and they feel and they function amazing. This is just my experience, how I felt, how we felt with my husband. I just want to share it with you because maybe you, just like me, are vegan at the time and now experiences the symptoms. I want you to know that you are not alone. I've been there. I experienced it, I felt it. So again, my experience, that's what I and my husband experienced. It didn't work for us, but I have nothing against if you are the vegan, if you are vegetarian, it's working for you, I'm glad, but just sharing my experience. So we continue eating normal, just like regular people, indulging here and there, start getting more weight because bad habits creep in. We start ordering eat ice cream, pizza, pasta, you know the drill. So my husband gained a lot of weight again. I was also not in the best shape of my life, and we decided to go keto. And how did we find out about keto? My husband actually went to his annual physical, and our doctor lost so much weight. And my husband asked, like, what did you do? You lost so much weight. He probably lost like 80 pounds, and the doctor actually recommended keto diet. So after the doctor, my husband came home, we started researching right away about the keto. And if you don't know, keto diet started many years ago as a treatment for kids with epilepsy, because being on keto reduced the episodes for kids with epilepsy. But one of the side effects that doctors start noticing, that being on keto actually causing people lose a lot of weight. And that's how later the Atkins diet was created, and then keto. So we researched a lot and we decided, okay, both of us, we're gonna go on keto. Now, keto is the high fat, low carb diet. Make sure you understand, it's not high protein, low carb diet, but rather high fat, low carb diet. So we started keto, and at the beginning, we absolutely love it. My husband lost, 25, 30 pounds. Me, as a woman, and I keep understanding all of this throughout this journey of different diets, that we females, we function completely different than men's. They are the same person every single day. They running on a 24-hour clock. We women, we are running on infradian rhythm clock. It's 28-day cycle. Well, typically 28, it can be 30, 32, 26, but typically 28. So we have 4 different cycles within our infradian rhythm cycle. So we cannot do the same thing as men can do and expect to feel great just like they do. Meaning, when I just started keto, I loved it so much. I understood what it meant. Your mind becomes so sharp. Like, I heard it before, but I didn't really understand. But when I started keto, my mind was so sharp. Like, I was focused all the time on the task, no multitasking, no distraction. I was just like focused. I loved keto so much. Now, for my body, keto did amazing things because I cut all of the carbs. I didn't have any water retention in my body, so I was so shredded. Now, probably after 2 months, maybe a little bit more, maybe like 3 months, no, maybe more, maybe like 4 or 5 months being strictly keto, I started noticing, guess what? And my hair started falling more. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, something is happening again. And I actually read Dave Asprey's book. I think it's called Bulletproof. And he has a chapter there on the keto for women. And he said that at the beginning, women feel great on a keto, but then 6 months in, they start losing their hair, start losing their sleep, and they cannot do it anymore. And that's exactly what I start experiencing. I'm like, well, I cannot continue to do that. So then I also read book, Fast Like a Girl by Dr. Mindy Pelz. And she, in that book, explained exactly what you should eat on each cycle of your month. And I understood that on the second cycle of my month, I just cannot do keto. I do have to have a little bit of carbs. And since I incorporate that in the second part of my cycle, a little bit of carbs, I start feeling better. My hair stops falling. I start sleeping better. I start feeling like myself again. However, let's fast forward to last May. I took 3 classes, I have a full-time job, and my acne was just in its peak purging state. And I decided that I have to figure out what to do with my diet because A, I cannot work out because I'm so busy with school and work. So I have to find a diet that will help me to stay fit, not fit, but do not gain more weight when I cannot work out. And B, I have to some kind help my body to cure my acne. And that's how I ran into carnivore diet. So last June, for 30 days, me and my husband decided to go carnivore. Now, for 30 days, we had only meat without even seasoning. It was just salt. And that's it, just meat. We didn't have any dairy, we didn't have any teas, no spices, just meat. 30 days. Guys, I felt amazing. I had so much energy. I was so focused. My sleep improved. My bloating went away. I felt so amazing. My husband felt amazing and looked amazing. He became so strong in the gym. He started to lift heavy, has a lot of energy, very focused. So for 30 days we did only meat, no seasoning, no dairy, just meat and salt. And for the next 30 days we incorporate some dairy in terms of eggs and cheese. So 60 days we've been carnivore. We absolutely love it. I cannot recommend enough carnivore diet to anyone, especially if you struggle with maybe leaky gut, IBS, anything related to gut issues. Carnivore, it's really helping with that. Quick nerd moment, just because it's important. So protein is built from amino acids. There are 9 essential amino acids. Our body needs them and cannot create them on its own. Now here's why carnivore felt so good for me and for other hundreds of thousands of people. Red meat have all of these 9 essential amino acids in the right proportion and readily available for our body to use them. Now I know you're gonna tell me, but Uliana, some plants also have amino acids, and you're right, yes, some plants has some amino acids, but not all of them, and it typically low on some and high on another. For example, grains are usually low on lysine and legumes are usually low on methionine, and they are less bioavailable because of fiber and anti-nutrients that blocks absorption. And yes, you absolutely can combine some of the plants to hit the target, but it's just going to be very hard to get to that level. For example, an 8-ounce steak has 50 grams of complete protein with all the amino acids ready for absorption. Now, to get that same amount of leucine for muscle repair from quinoa, you have to have 6 cups of quinoa, and it's about 1200 calories. On top of that, red meat brings B12, iron, creatine, taurine in the amount that it's just impossible to get from plants. And those are crucial for your brain function, for your athletic function, for your physical function, for your mood function, just for your everyday function. But of course, as with every diet, as a woman, I start noticing that after 2 months, I have to change something. I cannot continue be the same diet every day of my cycle forever. So then I stumbled upon animal-based diet, another very popular diet right now, and I can say with confidence that animal diet, I think it's perfect diet for me. And I think that everyone who tried animal diet can say the same. So what is animal-based diet? Basically, it is animal protein and fruits and honey. Now, I think there are a lot of variation right now about animal-based diets, and you can find people who eat only meat and fruits and some people who eat meat, fruits and vegetables. I am maybe have combination of fruits, vegetables and sometimes a little bit of carbs on my second part of my cycle. So what do I actually eat? My every meal always center around protein. So in the morning it can be beef patty or salmon or some kind of fish, eggs, maybe avocado, kimchi. That's what I eat in the morning. Our dinners, it's always some kind of steaks. It's either New York strip, ribeye, skirt steak, filet mignon. I'm not really a fan of filet mignon right now because I prefer have more fat, so ribeye is my favorite at the time. And maybe we have a little bit of salad, or if I'm on my second half of the cycle, I will have a little bit of only white rice or sweet potatoes. What else do I eat? I eat also fruits. Fruits can be like 1 apple a day, a little bit of blueberries, 1 pear a day, or a couple apricots. So I try not to overeat on the fruits. I can have some nuts, like maybe macadamia nuts, Brazilian nuts, or hazelnuts. And I also can have maybe 1 piece of chocolate sometimes. I love Hu chocolate, the dark chocolate, vanilla crunch chocolate, my absolute favorite. I try not to eat all of those mass market chocolates like Lindt and Snickers. Now, I don't say I never eat them. I passed that point of saying I never eat this, I will never try that, it's alive. Anything can happen. I can go to meet with friends, I can go to the restaurant and I can see the candy and I can try it. I stop beating myself up. If I eat something, try something that didn't go with my plan, didn't go with my diet, you know what? I will not beat myself up about it. I acknowledge what I did and I move on with my life. I do not stay in there. I do not ruminate. I do not punish myself. Move on, make better choices later. Now, my animal-based diet may differ from other people's animal-based diet, but I am just sharing with you my personal experience and the diet that finally working for me, the diet that I can finally feel great within my body. I can finally feel great physically, mentally, health-wise, body-wise. I just feel good. And as a woman, it's good thing to say. It's a good thing to find a diet to finally working for you. So again, there are different variations of animal-based diets. If you are looking to have more research on the subject, I would highly recommend to you look into Paul Saladino. He has an amazing YouTube channel with a lot of valuable information. If you're looking into carnivore diet, I would highly recommend to you just start typing carnivore diets on YouTube. You're gonna have so many different videos because a lot of people documenting their own progress and success with a carnivore diet. So again, animal-based diet in my mind is diet that's surrounded and centered on protein. Then I can add whatever I need or feel like at the moment. So dependent on where I am on my cycle, I can add carbs. Depending on where I am in my cycle, I can add maybe fruits or vegetables, or I even can add a little bit of chocolate or a little bit of nuts if I really needed them. Now, important note, every time when we go on vacation, we are all in on vacation. We eat everything what we wanted. We eat pasta, we eat pizza, we eat desserts, everything what we wanted. Why? Because when we are at home, we're very strict with our diet. So when we're on vacation, we can splurge. We're fine for this 1 week or 10 days. We're not gonna gain so much weight. We come back and all of that weight in 1 week is gone because, our muscle has memory. We go back to our routine, we go back to our food, and we lose that weight very quickly if we gain any. Now I want to touch just very quick on intermittent fasting, especially if you are the girl. Please be careful. Ladies, we cannot fast like men every day, 12, 20 hours a day. I did that. When I start keto, I start to fast for 14 hours, then 16 hours, then 18 hours, then 20 hours, then I start to do 1 meal a day. So I fast for 24 hours, 1 meal, and then again 24 hours, 1 meal. In the beginning, it was great, but then again, I start seeing the changes within my body that I just cannot do that. So remember, if you are the woman and if you are on your first 2 weeks of your cycle, you can do fasting. You even can do 48 hours fast. And I do that if I am on my first 2 weeks of the period. But last 2 weeks of the period, your progesterone is going up and you cannot fast. You cannot be carnivore. You can even not be keto. You have to have a little bit of carbs. So please keep that in mind. Do not repeat my mistakes. Do not fast all day, every day. Very quick also, I want to talk about some of my non-negotiables. The number one, guys, is hydration, especially if you are keto or carnivore. Remember, you do not have any carbs in your body so that they can hold to the water, right? So you don't have any water retention and you flush out all the minerals very fast. So even though you think you're drinking a lot of water all day, every day, you might not actually be hydrated. So what do you do to stay hydrated? You take electrolytes, or if you don't want to buy electrolytes, just put salt into the water, mix it. I usually sometimes when I have a headache and I don't have electrolytes at home at the time, I just take half of a tablespoon of salt, mix it with the water. I don't even add the lemon and I just jug it and I feel right away better. My headache gone just because I put some salt into the water. My non-negotiable number 2 is organs. I absolutely love organs. Liver, it's my treat since I was a little girl. I remember that time when my mom she actually bake liver with the potatoes in the oven. Oh, I love that time. Liver was like a treat in our house, and till this day, I absolutely love liver. We eat a lot of organs. We eat heart, liver, everything. And my favorite dish as a child was pig lungs. My grandfather used to just boil the lungs, like the whole lungs, and put them in the table. We just come in, cut the lungs and eat it. Oh, it's so good. I still remember the taste. It's not so strong as liver. It's not so hard as heart, but it's just so smooth and so nice. Oh, I love lungs. So if you're not at that point yet, I would highly encourage you to eat at least liver, or if that's even very hard for you, Paul Saladino has amazing company. I think it's called Heart and Soil, and he sells organs in the capsules. If you cannot eat them, you can take capsules. Remember that organs are really, really good for your hair, skin, and nails. They're full of nutrients and vitamins, and I cannot recommend enough for people to eat organs. And third, protein, protein, protein. Guys, remember, you have to eat enough protein to build muscles, and especially if you are after 30 years old, you start losing muscles every year. And how do you build muscles? Of course, from working out, but how do you actually build the muscles? From the protein that you eat. Now, if you cannot actually eat 1.8 gram of protein per pound ideal body weight, maybe you can have protein shake, or maybe you can take amino acids. My husband loves this protein shake. I am not very big fan of protein shake just because of the taste, even though this one actually tastes really good, like a milkshake. I love amino acids. I take Keon amino acids every morning religiously. It helped me with physical performance. It also helped me with my hair and skin and nails. But please remember that the protein, it's really, really essential for your health span, for your lifespan, for just how you function in your everyday life. And I also understand, again, we are all different. Our bodies are different. Whatever is working for me might not work for you. So if you are vegetarian and you're doing great, you're feeling great, I am super happy for you. If you're keto, carnivore, you're doing great, you're feeling great, I am super happy for you. What I did with this video, just share my own experience to show you how different diets affect me, affect my body, my mood, my health, so you don't feel like you are alone if you are experiencing the same side effects from all of this kind of diets. And do not be afraid of trying. Do not be afraid of experimenting with different kind of diets until you find the one that you thrive on. Remember, it is never too late to start, and it's never too bad to try. Thank you very much again for watching. Thank you very much for all of your support and for you being here with me today. Have a great day, have a great life, and I see you in my next videos.